In today's digital age, we rely heavily on online accounts for banking, shopping, and connecting with loved ones. While technology offers convenience, it also presents opportunities for cybercriminals. One increasingly common threat is UI spoofing, a sophisticated tactic that tricks users into giving away sensitive information. Understanding UI spoofing is crucial to protecting ourselves from falling victim to this insidious form of cybercrime. Hackers are constantly devising new ways to exploit vulnerabilities and steal valuable data. UI spoofing, also known as overlay attacks, is a prime example of their ingenuity. By creating convincing fake interfaces that mimic legitimate websites or applications, hackers can deceive even the most cautious individuals. The consequences of falling prey to UI spoofing can be severe. Victims may unknowingly hand over their login credentials, credit card details, or other sensitive information, leading to financial losses, identity theft, and other devastating outcomes. This essay aims to demystify UI spoofing, shedding light on its inner workings, the dangers it poses, and most importantly, how to protect yourself from becoming a victim. By arming yourself with knowledge and adopting simple yet effective security measures, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling prey to these malicious attacks. UI spoofing is a cyber attack that targets user interfaces, the visual representations of software or websites we interact with. Hackers create fake UIs that closely resemble legitimate ones, aiming to trick users into believing they are interacting with a trusted source. Imagine visiting your bank's website to check your balance. You enter the URL and the familiar login page appears, prompting you to enter your username and password. However, unbeknownst to you, a hacker has injected a malicious overlay into your browser, creating a fake login page that looks identical to the real one. When you enter your credentials, you're actually sending them directly to the hacker, not your bank. UI spoofing preys on our trust in familiar interfaces. By creating convincing replicas of legitimate websites, applications, or even system dialog boxes, hackers can deceive users into divulging sensitive information without raising suspicion. The goal of UI spoofing is to capture valuable data such as login credentials, credit card information, social security numbers, or other personally identifiable information that can be used for identity theft, financial fraud, or other malicious purposes. Hackers employ various techniques to execute UI spoofing attacks. One common method is through malicious browser extensions or plugins. These extensions may promise desirable functionalities, but secretly inject malicious code into your browser, enabling them to manipulate the websites you visit. Another approach involves exploiting vulnerabilities in software or operating systems. By exploiting these weaknesses, hackers can install malware on your device that gives them control over your screen, allowing them to display fake interfaces or intercept your input. Overlay attacks are a particularly insidious form of UI spoofing. Hackers create transparent windows that overlay the legitimate interface, making it appear as if you're interacting with the real application. These overlays can capture keystrokes, mouse clicks, or even record your screen, giving hackers full access to your sensitive information. For instance, a hacker might create an overlay that mimics your mobile banking app. When you open the legitimate app, the overlay appears on top, prompting you to re-enter your login credentials or confirm a transaction. Unaware of the overlay, you enter your details, unknowingly sending them directly to the hacker's server. Section 4. Common UI spoofing techniques. Tricks up their sleeves. Hackers are constantly refining their techniques, employing a range of tricks to deceive unsuspecting users. Phishing emails remain a popular delivery method, often containing malicious links that redirect users to spoofed websites designed to steal login credentials. Malicious advertisements or pop-ups on compromised websites can also lead to spoofed interfaces. Clicking on these deceptive ads may redirect users to fake websites or download malware that enables overlay attacks. Social engineering plays a significant role in UI spoofing attacks. Hackers often impersonate trusted entities such as banks, government agencies, or popular social media platforms. They use persuasive language and create a sense of urgency to trick users into taking immediate action, such as updating their login information or confirming a suspicious transaction, without thinking critically about the situation. Mobile devices are particularly vulnerable to UI spoofing attacks. Hackers exploit the limited screen real estate and the tendency for users to quickly tap through prompts without carefully reviewing them. Fake app installation screens, deceptive permission requests, or even spoofed system update notifications are common tactics used to trick mobile users into granting access to their devices or divulging sensitive information. Section 5. Red flags. Recognizing a spoofed interface. While spoofed interfaces can be very convincing, there are often subtle signs that can help you identify them. One of the most obvious is the website address. Always check the URL in the address bar to ensure it matches the legitimate website you're trying to access. Look for misspellings, unusual characters, or suspicious domain extensions. Pay close attention to the website's security indicators. Legitimate websites that handle sensitive information, such as banking portals or online stores, use HTTPS encryption. Look for the padlock icon in the address bar and ensure the website's security certificate is valid. Be wary of websites or applications that request more information than necessary. For instance, your bank should never ask for your full social security number or your debit card PIN through an online form. If a website or app asks for sensitive information that seems unnecessary, it's best to err on the side of caution and contact the organization directly through a verified channel. Grammatical errors, typos, or awkward phrasing can be red flags for spoofed interfaces. Hackers often rush the creation of these fake interfaces, and language inconsistencies can be a telltale sign that something is amiss. Section 6. Protecting yourself. Practical steps for a safer digital life. Protecting yourself from UI spoofing attacks requires a multifaceted approach. By adopting a few simple yet effective security measures, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to these malicious schemes. One of the most crucial steps is to create strong, unique passwords for each of your online accounts. Avoid using easily guessable passwords, such as common phrases or personal information. Consider using a password manager to generate and securely store complex passwords. Enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. 2FA adds an extra layer of security by requiring a second form of verification, such as a one-time code sent to your phone or email, in addition to your password. This makes it significantly harder for hackers to access your accounts, even if they have your password. Keep your operating system, web browser, and other software up to date. Software updates often include security patches that address known vulnerabilities, making it more difficult for hackers to exploit weaknesses in your system. Be cautious about clicking on links in emails, text messages, or social media posts, especially if they come from unknown or suspicious sources. Hover over links to preview the destination URL before clicking on them to ensure they lead to legitimate websites.